Hey everyone, happy very cold January. So I know Lisa Hagen messaged me and she was like, it is 11 degrees here. She was like, I am frozen. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, we are too. So I'm gonna try to be expeditious tonight in our meeting. I still want to do all the things we normally do, but just want to try to wrap up by 8 o'clock. So I am bringing back my old meeting agenda, so that I can keep track of my situation. So we're going to give some shout outs, even though well, some of them are here. For December, for sales, we had three people who were over 500. So we had Sarah Cuoma, yay, and Lisa.
Yay,
I know,
Sarah.
yay, and we had Lisa Hagen, yay. I'll
Yay, Lisa.
bring my clapper back, and Glenda Brown.
Woo.
I know. So good months. Congratulations on a good December. And I'll post something up in the group about that, and you get your $5 coupon. I know that people have been working through using their coupons, because we have quite a few outstanding coupons from before. Um, just as a reminder, you can use coupons on current product. You can use it on retired product. You can use it on classes or events that I do. If you like retreat, you can use it on retreat. If you're coming to onstage and you want to use it towards like the onstage house, that's fine too. It doesn't really matter. Money is money, in that case. Um, and then, um, yeah, so I think everybody's doing great. I think January is off to a good start. And you definitely want to be watching. I know we have a few folks who are in pending this month, and I'll reach out to them and message them directly. We always we hate to lose you when you're in pending from the team. You're always welcome back. And we know sometimes it's just not a good time to be a demonstrator. And there's no penalties for dropping or anything like that. And I keep you on my newsletter list and I make sure that, we're in touch. And we've had people come back. We just had Renee Molden come back this month, and that's great because Renee joined last year. And then she kept coming to me with all these great class ideas. And I was like, I think you should join again. She's like, I think you're right. So, anyways, we're excited to have her back. We're excited to have Glenda's new recruit, Carol. And I think that those are our two new folks on the team so far. Remember with celebration, when you have someone join with you, it doesn't matter what level you are or anything, you get money to spend in a future catalog. Most of us save that money and we use it to buy new annual catalog stuff because that's always the most fun, I think, is to be able to buy things from the new catalog and be able to, not have to spend it out of your pocket, which is always nice. So for the first recruit that you get from Celebration, you get $25. And I'm just checking my tracker to make sure that I've got that right. Um, and then the second person that joins your team during Celebration, you get $100. So you would have up to $125 just for adding someone to our team. And we were having a conversation today. The new deal, the celebration deal, where you get the extra $30, is a great deal for those that want to get the big shot, the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine, because it's over that 125 threshold that normally the Stampin' Up starter kit is. It's 130 or 135. And so, I think it's a great value to get the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine that way. But I'll reach out to folks if they're going to go into pending and let them know, hey, we hate to lose you, but we understand things, life is what it is. But congratulations to Sarah and Glinda and Lisa for a great December. Um, We this month, Candy did the meeting packets. Her and I alternate months. I'll be doing next month's. I don't know what they are yet, but we should know really soon. And she did the heart set. Kathleen helped showcase that beautifully at our meeting last week. If you haven't had a chance to, I don't know if Candy has posted the recording from last week. But if someone wants to message her and ask her to, that would be awesome. Just direct message her and ask her. But Kathleen did a wonderful job. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, Kathleen, for showcasing the monthly packet projects in such a great way. It's been really nice to see that. So thanks. You've been doing a great job, friend. We're all real proud of you. So and I know everyone always is like, oh, it's so professional. Like she does such a good job. Um, so in terms of Stampin' Up! News, or promotions, right now, of course, we have Celebration and we also have the new online exclusives. So make sure that you've checked that. And we've got a couple of new kits as well. And I actually got the kits, and would you like me to show you? Okay, so let me grab those. Hold on. I will show you.
Yes. I got them too. I put the thank you one together, and I'm going to use it for sympathy cards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so this one, okay, I have more kits here than are new, but I'm going to show you. Okay. So the black and white ones say thank you. So this is thank you kindly. So this is definitely a pure thank you card. But what's nice about it, there's a gold outline on the envelope. And it's very like tone on tone. There's actually like a die cut piece here. I'll zip this open, maybe. And I'll show you. Um, this is a non-stamping kit, which, I love to do with beginners. I also think this is a really nice kit if you know someone who's getting married or someone who's having a baby, because it's completely gender neutral. What's nice about it is the paper is like, it reminds me of like a nice heavy bond watercolor paper. It's got a nice linen feel to it. The envelopes have a really pretty gold outline all the way around it. And then the sentiments are all thank you. And remember, we do it in the four languages: English, Dutch, German, and French. So if you have anyone to send a thank you to in another language, also very nice. And they're very nice gold and black. And then all of the pieces have, it looks like stitching, but it's actually gold. So it's all little like flecks of gold that go on the card fronts. And then like these pieces also have gold on them. It's very, very pretty. So,
I'm
um,
taking that girl's, I can't think of her name, that was on for our class. Uh, I'm
Natalie.
gonna, yeah, I'm gonna make. Uh, I've got 3 weddings to attend, and I'm giving everybody a nice little packet of thank you cards.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a great idea. And then the other two kits that are out, I opened up, I didn't open the card one because I feel that kit is called, good question,
Thank you
can't,
kindly.
thank you kindly. Good job. Thank you kindly. Yep. And then I opened up the birthday bag one because I wanted to see how big the bags were. And they're really cute. They're like a bigger size bag. So they're not, this kit's in kind of a bigger box. So this has gift card holders and bags, and the bags are really, they're cute. And you add the little ribbon handles, and they have like the holographic little candles on them. And they're very, very, very sturdy. And when opened, they're quite sizable. I mean,
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
it's a,
cute.
yeah, I mean, it's bigger than my head. It's a nice gift bag. So there's two of those. And then there's two of these blue with like stars and holographic stars. And then on top of that, there's two gift card holders and this cute little like pull tab where the gift card like pulls up and out. It's really cute. So this week for my live, I'm probably gonna make some kits and I'll post the link when I'm done. And so if y'all want to come back and see me put these together, I know Stampin' Up has a video too, but that's probably what I'm gonna do this week. And then I got the birthday card kit, but I don't think I'm going to make that one. I think I'm putting that one in my kit collection over here in my office. So if someone wants to come, they can make it. But the other kit that I got a couple of is the cherry blossom kit, those little treat boxes. I was like, at first, I was like, I don't need those. And then I was like, it'd be really nice if I've got a really nice group of ladies who are in my workout classes. I've got like three classes that I've been going consistently to for the last couple of years. And so I'm going to make up a bunch of these and hand them out at the Y. And so, listening to Natalie kind of talk a little bit at our dive in day. Natalie White is with the home office and she came and spoke at dive in day, just really using the kits. Um, to serve us. I think that's really important. So in other news, I'm sure you saw that Stampin' Up! Sent out a message about having to lay off some folks. And I think that, you know, Stampin' Up! Has worked really hard to stay solvent, right? They've always worked hard not to go into debt. That's one of the things they pride themselves on, that they've never taken on bank debt um, in their 35 plus years. And I think that the layoffs are their way of staving that off and right sizing the ship that they have and the economy that they have. We get monthly updates on projected sales and actual sales in the leaders group. And projected sales, I think, have been high. We're falling short of projected sales, but, and so every month we've just been falling a little bit short, but a little bit short every single month, right, adds up. And, that's true in our home budgets too, right? So it is sad. I think from whom I know so far that's been laid off, I think it was a lot of folks who were kind of like middle management, like people who there was multiple people. Maybe they had a curriculum person and they had a curriculum person both in the US and the South Pacific and Europe, right? So they're like, okay, maybe we only need one curriculum person. Maybe we only need, do we need a manager of managers? Probably not. Do we need, so I think that from what I can tell so far, any layoff is sad and very sad that folks have lost their jobs. But I just wanted to let you know that we're not like nothing bad is happening. It's just, I think this is Stampin' Up's opportunity to kind of reset. And I think when they brought Close to My Heart on, I think that they wanted to see how things were going to go after they brought on so many folks. And I don't think that Close to My Heart has nothing to do with the cuts. I think they just waited. I think maybe these cuts were probably going to happen anyway, but now they just waited until I think some of the dust settled with all of that. So, um, I was chosen to be on the curriculum council for Stampin' Up, so that's exciting. So, I had to interview with Paula Critchlow, who's like the VP for curriculum, and so I'll be working with a group of demonstrators and we're going to work on some new training for all demonstrators, which is awesome. I might have some surveys or things I need to get feedback on, and I'm pretty sure I can count on you guys to give me some good feedback. So I'm excited to use you guys as my guinea pigs and also give me information, on what kind of training you need and what you're interested in. I think we're going to get kind of an overall direction. So they did a survey to demonstrators asking demonstrators like what they needed training on. And they're taking that data. We're taking that data. They, we, I, me. we're taking that data and we're parsing it out to see kind of what was the most important topics that came out, and then we'll build the training around it. But I'm excited about that. So I've been on a demonstrator council before, but I haven't been on this. This is new for me, the curriculum council. They've done it once before, um, 2 years ago. So, and what they created 2 years ago was that whole like sales cycle path. So the whole sales cycle is kind of what they worked on last time. So anyways, that's exciting. Good. All right, sticking to my agenda. Here we go. Moving on. Ooh, I'm doing good. All right. Check, check, check. All right. Paper pumpkin. I talked a little bit about this last week. I am going to do the math on paper pumpkin in order to, I'm going to make a graphic for everybody to use that shows kind of like during celebration what a good deal getting a prepaid paper pumpkin is. Um, with the new host code system, we found out that we are going to get credit for Paper Pumpkin, but only when you buy two or more kits. The CSV isn't high enough with just one kit. So I'm going to do some separate math that looks to see like if you're a person who gets multiple kits, is it better to do a prepaid or get multiple kits on one thing and earn those customer rewards? So, anyways, I'm gonna crunch some numbers and I'm gonna get back to you guys on that. So, I'll probably do a small video on it and just put it in our group. So, um, but this month's Paper Pumpkin, so the one that will come out that will, bill on February 10th is goes along with the grow and the storybook, the garden portion of that storybook suite, mega suite. So that'll be cute, I think. And I think the envelopes look like little seed packets. It looks like a really cute one. Yeah, Sarah.
Um, what is the best way to get multiple paper pumpkins? Do you have to do each and every like different IDs and just be different
Uh,
customers? Or
so
like I wanted to really do the Galentine's thing, and of course I left it to the last minute and the date had passed and everything. But going forward, like if there is something, like can we order for the people? Is it better for them to order?
that's a good question. So for like, all right. Multiple things to attach here. So if you want to get multiple kits like on the regular, I still think right now, mathematically, it makes sense to do a prepaid. So I have one order under my name and one order under Marianne's name, like two separate email addresses, because the only way that you can use it prepaid is like on a single order. You can't use it prepaid on a multiple order, which is annoying. So then if you want to bump it up, then you have to like take the prepaid off. Anyways, it's really annoying. If you want to do like a Galentine's where everybody gets one and you want to like do a paper pumpkin where everybody gets the same paper pumpkin and they get a full box, I would say use like a third email and just like add them all up in there and then get people just to Venmo you. I think it's the easiest way. You could give everyone, like you could have them pay you for a prepaid code and you could get them to like subscribe, or you could get them to subscribe, period, right? Just do it for 1 month and tell them they can, cancel after that. But in order to get people like organized and motivated, it's a little bit hard sometimes to do that. The other thing is you can wait until the refills come out, right? And you could see, are there, would refills work? And does everybody really need a stamp set? Probably not. You could probably, if you had one or two stamp sets, that could probably be enough to share. So sometimes refills are the way that like I make that work for the senior center because I'll use like especially these holiday specific ones, I'll just wait and when the refills go live, I'm on it. And the refills go live, I think the 25th, and I think it's pretty consistent now, that they've been like, pumping them out pretty consistently on the 25th. So that's, yeah, I know. And I hate paying for a full kit multi times out, because then you're paying for the stamps and the ink. It's much more efficient to do refills. It's just, it always makes me nervous. Like, am I going to get the refills? Are they going to sell out? I really think the only refills that sell out are like the super high demand, like Christmas card ones. I really think that's the only one I've seen that like people go crazy for. So, but I mean, you could still do it. You could still do it.
Mhm.
And I mean, there's definitely options. I mean, I'll have two kits for sure. And that's the other thing too. Y'all feel free to use our page. Like if someone's looking for something, post it on our page. Hey, I'm looking for, does someone have a free refill? Does someone have this paper pumpkin kit? I didn't get it. Or does, because you never know who's going to have one and who would love to, get rid of it. So please use our, I know Kathleen subscribes, I subscribe to two. And some months I use both, and some months I don't use either because it doesn't fit into whatever my plan was that month. And maybe it's not something that's attractive to me. So please use our team page for that. That's what it's there for. Um, and then, so I think for Paper Pumpkin, that's about it right now. Paper Pumpkin billing is going to move over to stampinup.com. So they're getting rid of paperpumpkin.com. Like when Paper Pumpkin started, it was an experiment, right? So Sarah came in, her mom was still CEO, and she really wanted to try this experiment, this subscription kit. So they said, that's fine. You can do that over here. Like you get your own little sandbox, go play in this sandbox separate from Stampin' Up. And you can do that, right? But you're not going to like tank us all with this crazy idea, right? So she got her little sandbox to play in, and it ended up being a really successful sandbox. And so I think that, for a long time they've wanted to migrate it over, but this new, whole platform, digital platform unification is allowing them to do that. So all of your Paper Pumpkin customers, like that'll all transition over and they'll be sent directions and stuff on how to do that. We haven't heard any details on that. We just know it's going to happen and it's going to happen in March. And then the new hostess rewards will come out for us in the United States mid-April is what we have gotten the final word on that. They're going to start rolling it out in South Pacific, then Europe, then North America. So South Pacific will go live with that in March. So, and that's kind of the latest news on that whole unification. The one thing that they have promised us will not be worked out when it goes live is the bulk or group shipping option that they're going to be offering. They're still working on that because that was kind of a late add at the request of demonstrators. So we'll see that roll out, but it won't be live when the customer rewards goes live. And the deal with that is that you will get a extra 5%. So right now you get 10% on customer rewards. You'll get an extra 5% with shipping if you ship with this like bulk shipping thing. I can see it being used when I have a retreat or a stamp camp and people want me, like everybody wants to like, oh, let me order this kit and I'd like it to have it delivered to me at the retreat, right? Like I bring like something. So I think that that's when I could see it being used. So March 2025 is the last time a customer can earn traditional host rewards before the flat 10% is live. Yes, that is true. Yeah. And I think maybe it'll, maybe beginning of April still, but March for sure. So, and half off items with qualifying orders is going away. Yep. So, um, what I've been doing is I've been kind of stocking up on a few half price items, like for bingos and stuff like that. We know that the first order that customers and team members place is going to be the toughest, right? Because the first order, you're not getting anything. You have to wait until the second order to start using banked rewards, right? So the first order is going to be the most painful. So start thinking now about how you'd like to incentivize that. A pack of 5 cards, a pack of 10 cards. What is that? What can you give that doesn't cost a lot of money that you could, give that would be a nice incentive to someone to place their first order in the new system, right? So we just know that first order is going to be really tough for everybody. Tough for us as demonstrators, tough for them. It's going to be tough for everybody. So we gotta be thinking about that. So, uh, and yeah, I have been stockpiling half price items because, for me, like that's definitely something, we know that only like, I don't know, I think they said like 3% of orders, 2% of orders qualify for a half off item. I mean, it's a very, very, very small percentage, but we know it's demonstrators who are using it to, help bankroll or help, run large incentives, bingos, all that, right? Like we know how it's being used in our businesses. So we just have to think about what are some other things that we can do, what are some items that can be used instead of that. And for me, for now, I'm just going to kind of buffer with a few half price items just to get me through that. So, but good. Other questions about kind of news and what's going on in Stampin' Up and all that?
When can we order out of the new annual catalog? Is it March?
So if you're going to on stage, I think we'll be given a small selection of items that we can order from. So the digital catalog will be available on the 17th of March. And we'll be able to pre-order on the 25th of March. So a little bit of time. And I think still the best place to find any updates on that is under happening now and then product releases. And you'll see there's like a calendar and it's got like month by month by month. You can see kind of, okay, what's this month? What's next month? What's the month after? So for instance, next month we'll get 2 new kits in February, and we'll also have a pre-order for the online March exclusives. So that'll start on February 4th. So that calendar is by far, to me, the best place to find stuff. So if you go to, I'll show you, happening now, product release, and then you go to this calendar, then you can kind of toggle through and you can see, okay, in March, here's what we get to do, right? So this calendar is a really good tool. I saw a question.
Oh, yeah.
10% off rewards post your first order are valid for 365 days. That is a good question. Yes, I do believe it's 1 year for that. And I have a snapshot of a slide from a presentation that I'll see if I can find. Um, the rewards that have a shorter window are the rewards that have been gifted. So demonstrators can gift rewards to customers or other demonstrators, and those have a 90-day window. But if a customer earns their rewards or a demonstrator, you have a year to use them. Yeah. And the report page will show you how many you have, when they're going to expire, and it'll use the oldest ones first. So as you redeem, it automatically knows which ones are oldest and it'll use those first. So kind of like Starbucks rewards, if you're at all familiar with that slightly large chain, when you look at your rewards, it'll show you kind of what expires in what month. And then it always uses the oldest ones first. So the only difference is the gifted rewards. The other big change is that we will no longer be able to use Stampin' Rewards to purchase a starter kit. So, yeah. So, and the reason they had to take that away is because of the gifting. So, as a demonstrator, you can't incentivize someone to purchase a starter kit. You can't give them money to do it. And by being able to gift rewards, right, you could see where some people might abuse that and they might gift rewards to someone and say, hey, Susie, here's, $100 in gifted rewards. Why don't you
Mm,
join Stampin' Up?
mhm,
Right? And
mhm.
so, and they couldn't figure out like the coding to cut that loophole out was too difficult. So they just said, we're just going to do away with that. So March will also be the last time that a customer can use rewards to join
Okay.
Stampin' Up. Yeah. So that's something really important to know too. So, good questions. Um, And as we get more familiar with it, like it's going to get easier and it's going to get better, right? I just keep, to me, the best example I have is Starbucks. And I feel like, and the other thing that's going to happen is our product credits are also going to be part of this rewards bucket. So it's all going to be, as a demonstrator, it'll all be one bucket that we can pull from. So that's nice. You're not going to have to track two separate numbers. It'll all be in one bucket, which is great. So, which I appreciate because I don't want to have to track multiple things at all. So, um, yeah. So good. Other questions, ideas, thoughts about the rewards?
So
Yeah.
reuse.
All right. Well, good. Awesome. Okay. So then let's see if you've been making anything. Let's see if you guys have any projects to show off. I know some of us have been traveling and doing and moving and all the things. Um, we had a stamp camp today. That was really fun, Susan and I. And we were out at Bella Vita at the place out in Wimberley. It was really nice. And yeah, it was a fun day. But we definitely, I'm definitely cold and, I was like, all right, I'm ready to be home. Oh, yeah. I have a set of these. I'm looking in my prize bucket because I have things in my prize bucket. Oh, and then the other thing I wanted to mention was, I believe I missed I missed a few folks. Not that I missed their promotion, but, um, Amber Lawrence promoted she qualified and I hadn't sent her bone folder yet. So she's getting her bone folder. Kathleen, I love your background. And then Anita had promoted to Bronze Elite and she hadn't gotten her custom stamp yet. So I've rectified all of those situations and everybody's up on all of their rewards and stuff. So I went in and like did a big like cleanup of all the, everyone's progress and stuff and was just kind of checking it all. So yeah, let's see if you've got a project. Show me what you got. Kathleen, you got something? You want to show us something pretty?
I think you all have already seen my shoebox swap, the one that I did with the envelope.
Okay.
But I did this for all of my customers and have sent those out in the mail. Those were just the two extra ones. And then I think almost all of you were on the Southern Sweet Stampers team meeting and saw the uh, monthly ones that I did. But in case you didn't, I'll share those again. I was kind of happy that they all came out.
Pretty.
I really am liking this set, and I've been playing a lot with it. I have to take good pictures when hopefully the sun shines a little bit, because all the pictures I have are very like dull.
Gloomy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like gloomy and like crappy and brown. So,
I
yeah.
posted I posted a picture that I took of a card the other night and I looked at it later and I was like, "Ooh, the coloring is so off on that." And I was like, "But it's already up." You know what I mean? I was like, "Well, it's out there," And I was like, "But yeah, the lighting has not been great." Yeah, those
No.
plaid cards with the hearts is just they're so pretty. Um,
Yeah, I liked them. And, normally I don't think that DSP would have spoken to me very much because I just don't make enough masculine cards. And to me, they have a very masculine vibe. But I think I have seen that you can do a lot with them. And I think I'm going to add a pack of that DSP to my next order. So I think that's the whole thing about the monthly packets is like you see something and you're just like, oh, I never would have picked that item out of the catalog or online exclusives or whatever. And then you see it and then you're like, oh, okay, well, shoot, it does actually make pretty projects. So
Mhm.
got me again.
Yeah. Well, and I think that Rhonda has a pretty good eye. Like she's pretty good at kind of picking, like sometimes she picks the obvious thing, but sometimes she picks some good sleepers, that you're like, oh, I never would have put those two things together, or I never would have thought of doing that, that, and that. So I appreciate that she, has a different eye than the rest of us, very different than what Candy designs, very different than what I do. And so I think we're fortunate to get to, see those. So those are awesome samples. Thanks.
Thanks.
Yay. Anyone else want to share anything they've made recently? No, no, no. Okay. I am going to show you guys my paper share. I think Linda's coming to my paper share, my paper party, but I haven't, I don't know. I think I've only got a couple folks coming to it, and that's okay. Still very excited about the design, so I'm going to grab them. They're right here. I me. Oh, can I do it? I don't know. Okay, I did it. That was a tough turn. Okay. My back is very tired from Girl Scout cookies and, you know, mainly Girl Scout cookies. We're in full season. All right. So, for my paper party this time, I'm using sometimes I do like a coordinating stamp set. But this time I'm using the ephemera words, because I was really excited about them and I thought there was a lot of really good choices. So, I will show you. I'll show you the plaid one first, just because I was thinking about the plaid when you showed that, Kathleen. I think the plaid one's really cute. So he's for St. Patrick's Day. He's so cute. So I love a good green for St. Patrick's Day. So this ephemera pack is really interesting because it has literally every holiday. Mother's Day, Easter, Valentine's, Halloween, Christmas, St. Patrick's Day, even some of the more random holidays. So I did this one for the mushrooms. You did it. And I did this one for thank you. This was a fun fold that we made the other day at that shoebox swap. And I was like, oh, I'm going to case that. And a little, oh, happy day. And of course, sending some sunshine. And these guys, I mean, this storybook, it's perfect for Easter. I think these are the cutest
Oh, yeah.
cutest little Easter cards. And then I did this one I thought was perfect for Mother's Day. So, and birthday. Yeah, that font for that Mother's Day one, it is really pretty. I know. I liked that one a lot. It's the same font on this one, this Thinking of You, which I think
Yeah.
is, yeah, it's a really pretty font. There's a couple of fonts. I mean, I think the fonts are strong in there. There's a couple that are stronger than others. You guys know, and I'm super font snobby. I do like this font too with the heavy and the light, like the combo, I think is a really nice one. And I actually really like the ones on the black sheet. So I wasn't too sure that I like because there's two sheets of white in that set. So there's like two sheets of white ones. And you get double. So there's actually four sheets of white. And then there's one sheet of black. And I wasn't sure that I would like these. And I actually really do. They're really cute. I actually wish there was maybe two sheets of this. Um, but there's Sorry and Happy New Year and XO and Halloween and Baby. And like literally, if you can think it, they put it in here. Just a note. Best wishes. Thanks. Thank you. Happy birthday. Happy Father's Day. Missing you. Hello, sweet baby. I mean, happy holidays. Sorry for your loss. I mean, Valentine's Day. They literally got every single occasion into this packet. So this is a great way. Yeah, Kathleen.
So this might be a silly question, and apologies if it is, but for those of us who aren't as familiar with ephemera packs, do they not have adhesive on the back? They're just straight and you like kind of like punch them out and then you can put them with dimensionals on any project?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For whatever reason, I thought that they were always like sticker sheets almost, and you could
No,
just stick them on stuff. So I
yeah.
was wondering how you were getting them to pop out like that.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So they don't have adhesive on the backs. All right,
Mm-mm.
thank you.
Yeah. So, and they're pretty easy to use. All the ephemera packs, none of the ephemera packs have adhesive. The only thing that has adhesive right now in our catalog is the sticker sheets and Memories and More. So, in the Memories and More card pack, there's always a couple of sheets in the back that have stickers. That's the only thing that's a sticker. All of the ephemera, and I think there's 5 sets of ephemera in this spring catalog. None of them are adhesive on the back. So then that's how you can add layers and do the dimensionals. And I think that's what makes them look nicer and a little more polished, is that you can pop them up. And I was kind of worried about these. I was like, I don't know if this is going to work, like it was definitely a risk. Um, but I'm pretty pleased. Like, I think they turned out pretty cute. Um, so anyway,
Can I add,
so yeah.
can I add that the weight is really good too?
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
Yeah.
They're not flimsy or thin. Like it's a solid feel. Agreed. Yeah, Terry. So I'm actually quite pleased with those. So, that's my endorsement of those. So, um, and I didn't get, they made the ephemera packs this time so that you could like mix and match across ephemera packs. So I think they were really hoping people would buy like all the ephemera packs. You don't really need them all. There's one set that's mainly tags, and the tags are really nice. So if you want to add a lot of dimension to cards, I would highly recommend like one tag set. And then the other ones have like a combination of images and words. So I would tell people like if you're wanting to give people a starting place, I'd be like, okay, card pack, tags, and then pick one of these other ones because they all have a sentiment. So like one lady was like, I really want to make Valentine's. And I was like, great. You're going to want to do a card pack, a tag set, and then this one right here that focuses on Valentine's, right? So like the other three are very like one's more Valentine's-y, one's more Easter, springy, and one's more birthday. So I think they each have kind of their own themes. But yeah, do check those ephemera packs out. They're pretty nice. And I've enjoyed playing the ones that we got at Christmas in the fall catalog were great. I thought those were awesome. So I really enjoyed those a lot. So but I was impressed with the words. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not, honestly. And I like these types of things, like I like ephemera and Memories and More and all that. But I was even a little worried. So good. All right. Well, anybody else has something to share or show? We're going to do some door prizes and
I do,
I
and I'm sorry I'm late. Can I
hey,
just say I'm sorry I'm late?
that's
I
okay.
couldn't, Patsy, I couldn't get the Zoom to link, and I tried like for 17 minutes. And thank you, Jesus, for Kathleen Dominguez, because she sent me a link via email, and it went right through.
Oh, good. Yeah, and my apologies for not sending sometimes I'll send an email, before that has the link in it. But between cookies kicking off this week and Susan and I doing this event, I like lost all track of time. And so when I was talking to Patsy today, she's like, we have our meeting tonight. And Glenda mentioned it too. And I was like, yes, yes, we do. That's right. Excellent. I'll be there. It's like, I'm on it for sure. So, anyways, thank you everybody for keeping me on track. That's why I was like, Patsy, please post. Good. All right. So Terry has something to show. So let me
Oh yeah, I do that. So I
start
took
by.
this. I took this Natural
Oh,
Botanicals.
yeah.
Okay, and see the daisy in the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I popped. I'm just so pleased with myself.
Isn't it fun when
Um,
you are?
yeah, I'm just, and I think Lisa Hayden will be proud of me because I did something very different. So I did this with the daisy.
Ooh,
So
so
it kind of
cute.
there. I popped a circle.
So
It
cute.
this I made 6 cards today, and it took me like 4 hours. But it's my own design, and then the saying is from the heart shaped.
Yeah.
And then on the inside, I know this isn't all new. Remember Festive Corners?
Oh, yeah. I loved
Well,
that
they have
one.
this really cute one right down here. Where is it? That makes this.
Oh, love you lots. So
Isn't
cute.
it cute?
Yeah.
So Lisa has been inspiring me to do, and kudos to her uh, for doing something on the inside, and then kudos to Kathleen because now I just want to put stuff on the outside of my envelopes, like the paper on the lip, and I've done it for my 3x3s, but amen, Kathleen, you're full. I mean, sometimes it just takes somebody else's excitement about what they do. And I have a friend who said, take the best of everybody that you know. Well, Kathleen, I took part of the best of you. Thank you.
Yay. I love
And
that.
Lisa. Yeah.
Yeah, and I loved Kathleen, I've stamped the envelope before, but I really liked the two-tone stamping on the flap. Like I thought that was really, really cute. So that's like my favorite envelope. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Just don't know. It's probably not gonna get given away, I'll tell you that. So well, good. Anybody else have something they wanted to show? I heard something. Oh, hey there, Glenda. Oh, you've been working on that kit. Cute.
I did the kit because
Yeah.
I want to do a kit class with it.
Love it.
Oh,
And there's that one.
That
And
is some
then
good font.
there's
Nice.
that one. Those are the two happy birthday ones.
Lovely.
And I am in love with this. This is the perpetual calendar.
So pretty.
And uh there's January's.
Love it.
It comes with the circle, and then you add everything
Mm-hmm.
to the circle. And
wow.
I
Lots of
was,
space.
yeah, like here's July. That one's in the middle.
Yeah.
But I and some of them are shiny. You see the shiny.
Yeah,
So
it's got rose gold. I know. It's so
I
pretty.
thought that would turn out pretty good.
Yeah.
And I'm working on trying to do some things with the paper pumpkin for this month because a few people have said, we don't want a whole bunch of Valentine's Day cards, but maybe two or three, and they want Valentine's Day cards for their grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take paper pumpkin and maybe mix it with the dinosaur.
Oh, that'll be cute.
And I thought I'd do a girl card and a boy card with
Cute.
that. Try to come up with that because I do have two of the kits. I put one in my husband's name and one in mine. So I'll have enough to do that. So I was kind of excited about how that's gonna turn out. But I am trying the kits because I what's her name? Natalie?
Mm-hmm. Natalie White. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she really inspired me and got me excited. So I want to have some kits done so that people say, well, gee, I can do that.
Yeah, for sure. I think, and the kits they're really nice quality. Like I really think we've got some really nice kits right now.
Yeah.
I know people have received their January paper pumpkin, but we have not in Texas for sure. It starts billing on the East Coast. Sarah, did you get yours yet or no? You got
I
yours
got
already?
mine.
You did?
Yeah, they're the Valentine ones, right?
I haven't gotten
I
mine.
got
Yeah.
mine yesterday.
Saturday.
I got mine
Okay. Well, Kathleen,
last week.
maybe you and I are next then. I haven't
Yes.
gotten mine either. I think your postman and my postman like to hang out together. And well, good for you, Patsy. I do not have mine. And I will tell you that sometimes mine say they're delivered and they are not in the box. And I have had to do that whole like, where's my post mail situation report? And I'm like, dude, you are hiding my boxes somewhere, but they are not in my box. And I'm convinced that if I send that little like where's my mail, like report a missing package thing, then they're like, oh, yeah, 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 it's right here. Yeah, it's been here. Yeah, the whole time. I'm like, fires, you know? I can bring
Melissa,
it with me.
did you hear that the UPS was
Sh-
it Postmail and
Sure,
USPS?
sure
Yeah.
post. Yeah.
Done.
So yeah, so the SurePost deal between UPS and USPS is over. And a lot of people think that that's a good thing, and that we'll actually get packages faster because the SurePost thing was like kind of a way, I think, to like down throttle UPS. So like, I don't know, demonstrators seem happy about the end. So I'm hopeful that that means for those that care to know more about this, know that this maybe means we'll get our packages faster. I don't know.
Well,
Yes.
when you say down throttle, do you mean like put the fear of God on them that we might go to another company?
No, no.
Oh,
UPS was using USPS SurePost as like a way to like slow roll their mail, basically. Like I think that it was SurePost was a way to like it was a partnership between the two, but I don't think it was very effective. And I don't think that either one of them ended up doing any better because of it. So, um, no, our contract. So we've tried a couple of different vendors for like Narvar. I don't know if you guys remember, we tried Narvar. We've tried a few other like shipping tracker type things. And you know, I feel like they're always trying something new. I know they were testing something in another part of the country. It wasn't here in Texas. I know that. And then of course Canada had like no mail. I mean, y'all, they literally didn't get a catalog mailing selector. Like, like they just didn't deliver catalogs. No one got packages. No one got packages for 6 weeks in Canada. All demonstrators were completely out of business. Like nobody could get anything. No one could order anything. No one could get product. No one could get um Diane Evans is in one of the accountability groups and she's a pretty big Canadian demonstrator and she's like, this is literally like like almost killed our businesses because of the postage situation. They just got delivery service back last week. And they were holding packages and I mean Stampin' Up. I think Stampin' Up gave them all of their money back for catalog mailing selector because they just couldn't do it. And they were like, by the time we mail this out, your customers aren't even, I mean, like celebration will be almost over, you know? And so it was a huge, huge mess in Canada. So anytime that I'm like, okay, my paper pumpkin's a couple days late, you know, I'm just like, all right, at least I'm still getting mail and like our entire postal system hasn't shut down. But yeah, that was wild. So. Well, good. Okay, I'm gonna pull a few door prize winners.
can I
So,
see what Kathleen posted earlier? Someone said, Kathleen, thank you,
oh,
Kathleen, for posting.
oh yeah, Kathleen did she did the team
What did
Packing.
I do?
packet, the team packets, I think. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe.
The
Yeah.
one
Sorry, I can.
showed at Candy's meeting.
Yeah, you want to show them again, my dear?
Sure.
You're spotlighted.
So this is the one I did for the shoebox swap,
So cute.
Oh,
which uses that DSP paper. I think you saw that. And then this was the matching envelope that Melissa was talking about. That's two-tone.
So pretty.
And then I did that one. These are not my designs. These are straight from the meeting packet with like slight modifications on them. But I just showed them again because I haven't mailed them these ones off yet.
those are great modifications.
Thank you. I'm just glad to do them. I tend to buy and hoard and keep, and I actually cut the paper, and it hurt every single time I like did this chopper thing. And I just could hear Melissa saying like, use it, chop it, use it, chop it. And I mean, no offense to Melissa, but it sounds better when Kylie Bertucci says it because
know.
it's in the accent.
She's so cute.
But aside from that, I have a really hard time cutting paper. I don't like cutting it. I like keeping it and holding it. And I'm like, new year, new me, gotta cut it, gotta use it, gotta send it out and send some joy in the mail. We're living in weird times, people. So people need that. And it pains me, but I'm just glad that I actually did it. I felt very good. It was definitely a high in a dark chapter. So
So
yeah,
is it
thanks.
harder because you have the little stuff left over, or is it just hard to chop it?
I think there's that just fear that once it's chopped, if I can't get it again and I really like it, then or if like I want to make more with it, I can't. I can never like duplicate it. And like the good paper, I don't know. Like I think I just grew up in like if there's something really special or sacred, you like hold on to it with all your might versus like using it. And so like now I'm like spraying like the fancy cologne that I spent a lot of money on and just smelling good instead of just looking at the bottle from afar. And now I'm like using like the expensive lotion and the moisturizer and the stuff because like if you don't use it, it's gonna go bad anyways. So might as well have you bring you joy. I don't know. So like my methodology of like holding on to things, I'm just trying to release and have less. Plus the husband's like, you need to get rid of some of this stuff if you're going to continue buying. So there's
Well,
that
what
as well, which is helping.
I love what Candy says. She's like, you can't take it with you, so you might as well use it. And I'm like, it's true. Like we can't. So a great philosophy. So and then your cutting of that paper inspired me between Terry's layout for the mystery stamping and your use of that paper. And I did my senior card class with that beautiful swirly paper. And they were just in love with that paper. They were like, it's so pretty. And I was like, it is, isn't it? They were like, it's just so pretty. And like, they're just like, it's just so pretty. It's just so pretty. It's just so pretty. I was like, I know, So
It
uh,
is very pretty. It's a lot. It's busy and it's a statement.
little pieces,
DSP.
little
So that's
pieces.
why I like cutting it into chunks because I
Yeah.
feel like that makes it a little bit more less intense
Yeah.
and overboard. I think the other thing, Miss Terry, just to answer your question of why I have a hard time cutting it is because I see so much great inspiration and like I'll go and try to replicate it. And then I'm like, oh, I already used that DSP up and now I can't do it. That's why I hold on to my paper pumpkins. But now I have like umpteen boxes of paper pumpkins that haven't been touched because I keep waiting for like someone to like come out with this great design. I used to do them right away and now I like hold off. So don't follow in my footsteps. Just do it. You're fine. There's going to be other stuff that comes along. It's going to be great.
And with the
Yeah.
move, I've had to, I try at least once a week to get 3 paper pumpkins done. So if I
Woo!
do that for another month and a half, I might be able to get them all finished.
I love that. I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like setting goals. Patsy.
Yes. Hi.
Oh,
I was just going to show show the one that I showed at Candy's meeting,
Oh,
the
yeah.
butterfly.
That's
Oh,
so
yeah.
pretty.
I did try it 2 different ways. I first of all did all the color on the paper first and then cut it out. But then I decided to do it the other way, that I ended up doing the embossing first and then coloring it. I like that a lot better. This because I couldn't tell how heavy it was going to come out. It was too much. But
Yeah, I think I'm going to do something similar to that card for my seniors next month because they want to learn like how to do the blending brushes. And so
yeah,
that's good to know that like doing it afterwards is the way to go.
go ahead and get
Nice.
everything out.
Yeah.
But one of my classes, they hadn't seen the hybrid embossing color that it cut at the same time, so they were very excited about that.
That's going to
yeah,
blow
I
the
can't.
socks off my seniors, I'm telling you. So
Yeah.
they're going to think they're the bee's knee on that.
Yep.
So, um,
Well, today when we were working, I miscut a few things. I didn't pay close enough attention, but I love to make stuff with scraps. So it doesn't bother me if I end up with some odd, weird pieces because I know I can still make something cool out of those pieces.
Well, and I think that, I used to have a hard time. I would get attached to a piece of paper. So not the whole pack, Kathleen, but like there would be a pattern and I'd be like, I'm never cutting this one because I think I had that like they're never going to make a piece of paper like this ever again. And there's a few pieces that if I could have like duplicated them into wallpaper or something, I probably would have. And like I still have a few that I'm like, those cotton blossoms or that. And like there might be some of those pieces in my pile of retired paper over there. It's okay. I try not to keep the whole pack, right? But I understand. When we stop recording in a minute, I'm going to tell you something that Alita told me today, but I'm going to pull some winners first, and then we're going to do that. Because you're going to die laughing. So stay tuned when we stop recording. Okay, so the prizes we have today are a bit interesting. I'm just going to say, well, they're not that interesting. They're good. All right. Iridescent rhinestones. So we've got some fancy rhinestones. We have a pack of the More Dazzle paper. Please do not ask me how I keep producing more of this paper. It's sort of like that brown ribbon that I had that one year. Just FYI, that copper ribbon, I'm telling you. And then I have a color coach, one of the brand new color coaches. So if you don't have one of these, so I'm going to do these 3 prizes. This one will be fun to mail, but it's all good. I'm not worried about it. All right. So I'm going to pull 3 names and it's these guys. And okay, first, second, third. Okay. First, Miss Glenda. All right, Glenda, what would you like, my dear?
I want the shiny paper
A shiny paper, of course.
because
Dazzle.
I'm shiny.
Yes, like a disco ball. All right. Now, number 2. Number 2. All right, number 2. Let's see. Oh, these papers are tiny. Miss Patsy, what would you like? Would you like the iridescent basic jewels or would you like a fancy color coach? You are on mute, but I still love you.
I can't not say that now. First, I want to say that too. I'm like, you're on mute, but I still love you.
Still love you. Which one, Patsy?
Iridescent jewels.
Perfect. All right. Last person gets the color coach unless you really don't want it. And then I don't know. I'll figure it out. Miss Terry, would you like a color coach?
I would, but I haven't been here long enough at the meeting. I don't feel like I deserve it.
That's silly. You're getting it. You're here. Perfect.
Then I would enjoy it. Thank you.
Lovely. I'll mail that to you. So, okay, I'm going to turn off the recording if I can find the button that makes that magic happen. Okay, great.